Hello, and welcome to Pain-Free Living, the three most common reasons behind your back pain and how to finally get rid of it for good. First, in order to get the most out of this presentation so that you can actually commit to getting the results that you desire, it's important for you to commit to being fully present for the entire presentation. So turn off the ringer on your phone. The webinar will last about 30 minutes. And commit to just watching and not checking your Facebook or email or multitasking. If you want to get the most out of this presentation and commit and put your blinders on and be all in, feel free to type in the chat, I'm all in. Today, I'm going to be talking about pain and how you can live pain-free, especially when you are living with any kind of pain, low back pain, illness. This is going to really help you. I'm going to invite you to go deeper with me into this, and you're going to hear more about that. And if you are interested in booking a call anytime with me about what we are discussing today and how it can support you, I'm here for you. I'm going to share with you a resource, and I will introduce you to how I support my clients with getting pain-free. One of my beliefs is that you don't have to be in pain. And that's what we are going to be talking about during this presentation. Today is all about the three most common reasons behind your back pain and how to finally get rid of it for good. It's about how your unresolved emotions are affecting your pain and how empowering pain management options can provide relief for you, and how to identify and address root causes of your pain. This masterclass is for you if you are experiencing pain, and it could be getting in the way of what you enjoy doing the most. It's for you if you're experiencing pain, and it's always in the back of your mind, and it gets in the way of the things you want in your life. It's about pain, and you worry that you will have a flare-up, which will cause you to have to cancel your plans with people. And this masterclass is for you if pain is keeping you isolated and inactive from getting outdoors to go hiking, playing with your children, or going to work to make money. You don't know from day to day if you can do it. And you're worried that your pain will never improve and it will only get worse. For those of you who are new to me, I also lived with pain and exhaustion. When my kids were young and I was living with low back pain and exhausted trying to manage work, the kids, and everything. At that time, I was an X-ray tech, and I learned a lot about our bodies and how they function. And I found myself searching for answers, wondering when would it flare up, and constantly having it nudge at me. And then things changed in 1998. I was doing mammograms at that time, and the receptionist said, I'm going to go to school for massage therapy. And I thought, that's my job. That's my dream. Have you ever heard something and felt like it was your higher self or just a part of you saying, it's time for you to take the next step? This was my opportunity to take the next step. So for the next 2 years, while my kids were 2 and 4 years old, I worked during the day and went to massage therapy school at night. And back then, I didn't want to inconvenience my husband. So I made sure that dinners were on the table. All he had to do was heat them up for him and the kids. I didn't know what a people pleaser was back then, but that's exactly what I did. Have you ever done that yourself? Trying to make things easier for other people so that they wouldn't be inconvenienced while you're living your dream? Even though I thought I was just helping people and making it easy for them, I didn't realize I was people pleasing. And it caused me a lot of exhaustion trying to keep everybody else happy. After I graduated in 2000, I was invited to rent a space. And it was my first time opening up my business. I said sure, even though I had no idea what I was doing. I had no sense of business. Even though I was shy and quiet back then, I quickly attracted people who were living with physical pain. And now, after working on hundreds of clients, I have been learning a lot about physical pain and what clients needed to get out of pain. I wanted to help people get out of pain and not just stay in that cycle of pain management. So I kept taking classes and learning all about every kind of body work technique I could come in contact to. I learned about the psoas muscle and how it can cause low back pain, hip pain, knee pain, shoulder pain, and most important, TMJ pain. And I learned about Bowen therapy, which is a neuromuscular repatterning of the body. And I learned about lipomassage, which jumpstarts your nervous system. All of these are amazing modalities that were helping people get out of pain. And some people felt 75% better after one session. That is when I created my Happy Low Back program. And for some people, this was all they needed to get out of pain. Even though clients were getting great results and feeling good, I soon realized that I was not the first person someone in pain would go to for relief. People were trying all kinds of things before they came to me. They were going to massage therapy, physical therapy, yoga, acupuncture, surgery, injections. And after trying all these things, they were still in pain. Is this resonating for you? Feel free to share what you tried to get out of your pain. And this is when I realized we have three misconceptions about pain that need to be talked about. There are three myths that are keeping your pain alive. And this is what I want to share with you today. This is why it can be so hard to get out of pain. There are three important pain myths, and what you don't know can and will hurt you. These three pain myths are commonly accepted so that people usually don't even question them. They are based on outdated scientific research, and they are supported by the medical community focused only on one cause of pain. The number one myth keeping people in pain is that physical pain has only physical causes. Yes, it's true that there are physical reasons for pain, like not having enough synovial fluid in the joints, joints that are inflamed, or the body is not hydrated. These can be absolutely true and contribute to the cause of your pain. But I am here to tell you that the myth is false when people believe that pain is only about physical causes. It's false because there are emotional, mental, and spiritual contributors to pain. And in fact, discovering and healing the emotional roots of pain transforms it permanently. Your unconscious mind is the key to myth number one. The root cause of the pain is actually not the physical pain. The root of the pain is in the unconscious mind. It's only when we release the unconscious programming that switched on the pain that the pain can dissipate. And all those symptoms we thought were only physical just melt away on their own. The benefits of healing the emotions and the underlying energies are that you will stop the memories that play over and over in your mind, stop the energy drain you don't even realize is happening, heal the trauma from past events, suppressed or stored in your body, have unlimited energy, move more freely, and get active. Let me tell you about my client, Terry. She had lived with fibromyalgia for 30 years. She had arthritis, she had shoulder and back pain, and she had car accidents and was injured at work. And she was living with pain at a scale of 9 to 10, even with her remedies. She wore magnets daily with only minimal relief. And she had this belief that it was caused from physical causes. I'm happy to report that Terry now has more energy. She now goes back and forth to Florida. She gets to play with her grandchildren at the beach. She leaves her house without her back brace. Some days she forgets to put it on. She has more energy. She goes dancing with her friends. And she has let go of having to take care of everyone. Anyone relate to that? Myth number two is that pain only can heal with medication, doctors, or body work. Believing that physical pain only heals with outside intervention is false. You can heal physical pain with a mind-body healing technology. And it is true that medical interventions are great for life-threatening trauma and broken bones. In fact, medications can and do impede healing with side effects, and they cause secondary problems requiring additional medications. And they can cause you to require higher dosages over time. When we realize that we don't need medication, doctors, or body work, we can expect to save time and money. In fact, your mind controls your healing. The key to myth number two, the most important healing tool you have is your mind. By replaying traumatic events, you create stress hormones which cause dis-ease in the body. By releasing the mental, emotional triggers, you create healing hormones, which creates wellness. Your health improves and gets better and better. You receive benefits like you will stop running from doctor to pharmacy, stop spending time and money, and stop weekly bodywork sessions that help just until the next appointment. And you stay pain-free for days and longer. It also reduces your medical costs, saving you money. It frees up your schedule. You get to enjoy fewer side effects. You enjoy long-lasting results. You stay pain-free for days and longer, fewer doctor visits, and less or no pain medication. My client, Melissa, when I first met her, she was living with chronic hip and neck pain, and she was experiencing over 9 migraines a month. She was feeling foggy from taking the migraine medication. She was spending a lot of time managing her pain, and she was hypervigilant at the first moment a migraine might be starting. always feeling scared and tense for the next one and when it would happen. She recently went 7 days with no back pain and no migraines. She loved not having that foggy brain that comes from taking migraine medication. She released the emotions of feeling anger at her ex-husband for not supporting her and their children. She's only had a few sessions, so we'll keep you updated on her progress. Pain myth number 3. Pain is due to aging. Believing that physical pain is just the way it is, I'm getting older, so I have to hurt. I can't do everything I want to do. These are false. There are seniors who are doing yoga at 100 years old, bodybuilders, swimmers, bike riders, all in their 70s, 80s, and beyond. In fact, our bodies are designed to function well into our 100 years. Minimally, with a healthy lifestyle. So why are beliefs so important? Where did your beliefs and your habits and patterns come from? What else did you inherit from your ancestors besides the brown hair and the brown eyes? And I want to share a story of why, when I became so obsessed with ancestral energy and the energies that we've inherited as human beings. Back in 2015, my sister-in-law had lost her father and her sister around the same time. And it was the holidays. This was Thanksgiving when we all got together. And I was concerned for her because I knew she was really close to her family. And I thought, what if we all go to Ireland? My mother-in-law was from Ireland and the grandkids were at a good age. I thought it would be a nice trip to take. And it would get us out of Dodge for a little bit to take my sister-in-law's mind off of what she would be feeling. And I was surprised when my mother-in-law said, nope, we're not going. We're not going back to Ireland. And I thought, okay, I was a little shocked by their insistence of not wanting to go. And I said, okay, we're not going. So a few months later, I found myself at a retreat with one of my coaches in Texas at that time. I'm originally from Connecticut in the States. And he took all of us through this process, what he called his ancestral clearing. And during that time, I didn't feel much. I didn't really feel anything at all. It was just a visualization. And I said, well, that was nice. And then we were taking a break. So a bunch of us had gotten up and we were talking on our way to the restroom, like all women do. And my phone started buzzing. And it was my son who said, Mom, I found a house for all 13 of us to go to Ireland. And I thought, what are you talking about? We're not going. The next text was my husband to say his parents had changed their mind. Everybody's on board, and they were looking at plane fare going to Ireland. Now, for me, I was wondering what just happened because 10 minutes earlier, we were not going to Ireland. It wasn't even going to be discussed. And here it was. I wasn't even around my family. I was in another state, hundreds of miles away, going through this process. And all of a sudden, everything had changed. So, of course, I asked my teacher what had happened. And he said, of course, he was a wonderful, funny man who has since passed on, but he said, no mistakes. But for me, I was really curious about what exactly did we just do? It was a very simple, powerful process and visualization that he just took us through that changed the whole trajectory of my family and the next vacation. So this jump-started me into really learning about ancestral energy and what is it and what is energy exactly and how can we shift and move it. And what I've discovered that we all inherit family energies. All of the unresolved emotional issues of our ancestors get passed down to us, whether we like it or not. And it is keeping us stuck in pain. It is impacting our ability to create cash flow. It's causing us to attract toxic relationships. And it's stopping us from the ability to stand in our power and say who we are and speak up for ourselves and be heard our own way. So all of these habits and patterns that our families have are getting passed down from one generation to the next. And some of them are wonderful, and some of them could be causing us to stay in a cycle of pain. And so once I understood this, I started using this with my clients, this process, this clearing process, and amazing things started to happen. Clients started getting paid free. Things really shifted in their lives. Their relationships got better. They became happier. Actually, everything in their life became better. So as I'm talking, is there something that's come up for you that you may have inherited from the generations before you that just aren't working for you? Because the great news is that you get to keep the good stuff and leave what's not working. And so what I want to share is all the amazing things that happen when we clear and release these energies and emotions. And that this is all the piece, these are all the important pieces of aging gracefully. So I want to ask you, are you aging gracefully, or is your body wearing out? What's been coming up for you as I've been going through this presentation? Are there any ahas that you're coming up with? And I want to give you even more information. Here are my tips for aging gracefully. The latest scientific research proves lifestyle is key to reducing stress. These are the important things to age gracefully. Reduce your stress. Drink water. Actually, half your weight in ounces in water. Eat healthy foods. What are you eating? Are you fueling your body, or are you putting a lot of preservatives into your body? Are you sleeping well? Are you moving your body daily? Are you choosing empowering thoughts and beliefs? It is possible to live pain-free without a bucket of meds. And when you do that, the benefits are you get to enjoy your retirement. You get to travel to dream destinations and do what you want to do instead of what pain stops you from doing. You get to reclaim your dreams. And this has led me to creating my own system. And my system has three important pillars in it. First, we have to break the cycle and release limiting patterns that may be holding you back. That allows you to have focus and activate your inner wisdom and align you with your goals and values, which then allows you to thrive by aligning your energy with your aspirations. And I call it the empowerment mindset system, where you release, activate, and use thriving methods. Because many people don't realize just how important they are. And the empowerment mindset system is designed to help you uncover that power and break free from pain and limitations. My client, Sandy, had relentless pain. She was a single mom, a business owner. She had this habit of saying yes to everyone except herself. Life was hard, difficult, and lonely, and she was doing it all herself. After going through this system, her life is easier and more fun. She gets to enjoy hiking in Litchfield, Connecticut. She plays her guitar and enjoys creating music. Her pain is completely gone. She wakes up with energy and desires and is able to keep up with her home and business. And she's finally enjoying her life. My client Joyce was living with pain. She had had 9 surgeries, back pain, knee pain, shoulder. These are all surgeries, back, knee, shoulder, wrist surgeries. And she was still in pain and had lots of numbness. She was taking medications and still not getting any relief. And she was living with a daily pain between 9 and 10. It was expensive and time consuming, and she was losing hope. I'm happy to say that since going through this system, Joyce was able to vacation out of the country for the very first time. She's a completely different woman. Her pain is gone. Her numbness is gone. Her pain has been reduced to a 2 to 3 on some days from a 9 to 10. She's gardening more. She gets to volunteer more at her church, and she's definitely saving more money. My client, Mary, had a history of Lyme disease and car accidents, chronic neck and upper back pain. She was also a single mom. She was burnt out from working as a teacher and taking care of her teenage son. And she was frustrated with her life and pain, and all of this was contributing to more pain. I am happy to say that she has since released the trauma from her car accidents. She has finally been able to start focusing on what she enjoys doing, like hiking with her girlfriends. And she now focuses on herself and what gives her joy. And she is able to live pain-free. My client, Jenny, she was living with severe back pain, and she was at the end of her rope, and she was asking for help. She's a busy business owner. Her hours were spent driving the car and traveling in planes. And she believed her pain was only physical, and her yoga was not helping. Actually, nothing was working to stop the pain. Since going through this system, she is now traveling more than ever before, all while being pain-free. She gets to socialize more with her friends, and she's also enjoying walks and hikes in her Connecticut home. My client, Deb, had chronic low back pain, and it prevented her, and her hip pain prevented employment impacting finances. She was going from doctor to doctor. She was sleeping poorly. She had no energy. She was basically just managing her pain. And she was feeling frustrated and believed that she had to live with her family inherited history of arthritis. Again, we're happy to say that she dramatically reduced her pain. She's now able to enjoy hikes with her husband. She vacations to New Zealand to visit family. She gets to play with her grandchildren again at the beach. Her pain has decreased. She's increased her energy, and she's even reported that her singing has improved. So what's coming up for you? What are the ahas that are coming to the surface for you? Please reach out. Ask me any questions. And if this resonates with you, I have an invitation for you to start your healing. Feel free to scan this QR code or go to this website and pick a time and schedule a time to chat with me so that we can get clear in what you need to do to get out of pain. You really don't need. It is possible to live pain-free. Feel free to make an appointment, connect, and I look so forward to hearing from you.